Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vanillaraccoon and welcome to a Vanilla Plus Minecraft Let's Play video. In this episode, we are going to pretty much tidy things up within this short-term project so that way we can begin to make our way towards the desert that is just off to the north of us, and then from there we can begin to transform a desert NPC village. Now, in the previous episode, I did mention that my own personal resource pack, Vance John 3.0, has a few new zombie textures and I would like to showcase them in this episode. So later on we'll be doing just that, so make sure you stay tuned for it. But as you may be able to tell, at least I've been a little bit busy in the sense of just taking some GMOs, aka bone meal, and lacing the grass blocks with it so we can grow these grass bits. And also I've begun to just place down a few crafting chest tables along with a single chest placed on top of it, so that way when I begin to harvest my crops, then I can just deposit them in the closest chest nearby. And I've placed one down there, one over there, and one all the way back over there, as you saw not too long ago. Now, ooh, sorry if you heard my phone just go off in the background. I thought I had that thing muted. It looks like, oops, wrong key. It looks like we have a zombie. Yes, a zombie has just spawned and it appears to be wearing Uncle Zloy XP's player head. So why don't we just quickly check that out and see if maybe it's one of these zombies that has new textures to it. And so what I would like to do also in this video is just do a little metal and mineral collecting so that way we can also be ready for the next project, which, like I said, is going to be transforming a desert NPC village. So let's go ahead and continue to mine our way down. Let's just be careful so we don't drop down and break our shins along the way, but it looks like we may have to do just that. And what do you know, it is a zombie that has a new texture. So when I wanted to change the textures for the zombies, I really thought to myself, I'm not the type of person who can create original textures on the fly, so I figured I would reach out to someone who can do that and specializes in that. So I chatted it up with a good peep at the channel who goes by the name of System CFIM, and I said, hey, I would like some new zombie textures, could you do this for me? And he said, yeah, sure. Now, I did ask that they look as if they belong in AMC's The Walking Dead or even AMC's Fear the Walking Dead, and shortly after he got back to me and then said, okay, this is what I've got, what do you think of it? And so I took a quick glance at them in a creative test world, and well, I messaged him back saying he did a great job, I love the work and everything, and he even said that he's working on something else involving new zombie textures, and they're biome dependent, but they're not quite ready, so we're gonna have to wait and see what they look like when they are. Now, as you just saw, we do have a zombie that has no AI. I spawned him into the world just so then I could show you what one of the new textures looks like. So real quick, I'm gonna try and find another one that I spawned in. Yep, here we go. So overall, I think the textures look pretty good. We're not doing a pretty good job at showcasing them, so like I said, later on in this video we'll do just that, but I at least wanted to try and show you some of them right off the bat. Now I'm going to go ahead, where are you going, guy? I'm going to go ahead and begin to gather up some metals and minerals like I said, and then when I bring it back we can go ahead and take a look as to what else I've done off camera when it comes to tidying up the place. Alright peeps, I did quite the caving expedition when it comes to gathering the metals and minerals that we're going to be needing for future projects, and I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of iron ingots along with 1 and some pocket change of gold. Now, seeing as how I am in desperate need of food, I'm just going to go ahead and grab those 9 pieces of bread right there. Well, 9 loaves of bread, I should say. I cannot say that L word for the life of me yet right now. Anyways, so what I've been doing to help tidy up the place is just replacing the pathway with various coarse dirt and other grass floral accessories to just being a stone pathway. And this is because I didn't like the idea of having this segment of the pathway being mostly stone and then leaving this just all dirty. Pun intended, of course. Not really. Well, maybe. And then I started to just extend the pathway going along down this hillside, and I may have gotten my build on. Now, this is supposed to be a modern greenhouse, and we're also going to be utilizing the, I can never recall what this is now, the orange glazed terracotta And the reason why I want to use those is because I just want to make an abstract. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I'd like to say hello and welcome. Please consider subscribing for more thought-provoking Vanilla plus Minecraft Let's Play content along with other stuff. But I like to think not only outside the box, but I like to then place myself inside of a completely different box and begin to think outside of that as well. So this is sort of like I said, it's supposed to be a modern greenhouse with a little abstract as artwork. But if we make our way back through here, you'll see that we are then going to be utilizing some of the white concrete powder. And this is just to make the floor for this half look a little bit more pristine. But at the same time, I want it to look like as if there's a carpet going on here, and maybe it's a little dirty because over here, this is where all of our plants and other greeneries will be put on display. Now, if we were to go ahead and just run up this pathway right here, you will see that we have a mini greenhouse. Now, I'll be honest with you, this is not my most proudest achievement, nor am I really sure if I'm going to leave this within the road. I may actually take it down, but for now, at least throughout the duration of this video, I will leave it. So let me know what you think of it down below in the comment section. I wanted to try and go with something that was simple and small, but at the same time, I wanted it to have a clean, sleek look to it. Now, aside from having just this single chest right here that is resting on top of the crafting chest table, we do have a double chest right down here as well. I know it may be a little hard to see, but hopefully you can see it if you squint your eyes, but not too hard because I don't want you to hurt yourselves. Now, at this point, what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to go ahead and continue to do some landscaping and plant a few saplings and let them grow into happy little trees. And then from there, we'll probably begin to end this episode. So I'll see you guys when all of that is said and done. One of my golden rules when it comes to recording content is never record at night, both in game and also in real life. And I am actually breaking that golden rule in both ways, in game and in real life, but that's okay at least, because we are gonna try to find some zombies and showcase the new textures once and for all. Now, I would like to mention that I did do some interior decorating with our modern greenhouse, and okay, so as I continued to just place down various top quality player heads that resembled flower pots of various sorts, I kept thinking, wow, this really looks like an Apple store. And I don't know entirely as to why that is, but if you'll note, we do have some item frames placed on the walls, and within them we have a blaze rod, and that is so it can emit some light, and that's only through the power of Optifine. At least I think so. So let's go ahead and just pop them off real quick, and I think it's a little bit more dark. Let's go ahead and place them on the wall. Yep, there's definitely some minimum amount of light emitting from the blaze rod, but also inside of here we do have these redstone lamps is what they're called, I think. Yeah, we do have these redstone lamps within the ceiling, and the reason why they're emitting light is because on top of them we have a daylight sensor that is set so when it is nighttime, then it can power the redstone lamps. Also, when I was doing some interior decorating, a zombie had spawned with Brownie Bits Gaming's player head, and upon killing the zombie I was able to acquire it, so I figured why not just put it on display with all the other arts that we have right here. And also, like what we have going on inside that room, we also have an item frame holding a blaze rod, so we can also add whatever small amount of light it can to this room. Now, as I have mentioned in a previous video, my personal resource pack, Vans John 3.0, does in fact have various paintings from Bob Ross within them, and also we do have this little painting of Bob Ross himself. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the show, The Joy of Painting, and at the beginning at least, there's a little snippet where there's a little miniature version of Bob Ross painting on this giant canvas, so that is what it is supposed to look like. And before I go any farther, I would like to give credit where credit is due for that. I managed to pull that from Jermsy Man's resource pack, and long ago when I first started working on Vans John, I had reached out to him, said, hey, would you mind if I use some of your textures from your resource pack for my own? And he said, yeah, sure, go ahead. So there is the credit. And now, as you can tell, at least, I've also done some landscaping in this area. I took some saplings, placed them down, gave them something to eat and drink so they could grow up to be happy little trees. But I also added some of my own custom oak trees, which is basically taking 2 oak logs, placing them on top of one another, and then surrounding them with oak leaves. Now, I would like to add a variation of leaves into them, just so we don't have the same leaves all in every single tree here, but I'll take care of that off camera. Now, it looks like we have one zombie buddy right here, so let's go ahead and actually swap the shield with torches in our offhand so we can get a better look at it. I know in post editing I'm going to do my best to try and make this look a bit more, not appealing, I'm going to try and make this look a little bit more I'm going to try and make sure that you guys will be able to see exactly what is going on, seeing as how it is nighttime in game is what I'm trying to allude to. Now, I like these textures at least, and I think for the most part, System Safem is a genius. I'm just going to say that right here and now, but let's also go ahead and walk around a little bit more. Never hurts to just stretch your legs and get some fresh air when it's nighttime. At least that's what I like to think now that it's getting to be springtime and soon enough it's going to be summer. So I don't see any more zombies on the nearby, which is very unfortunate, but that's okay at least, because this is a great way to then mention that also, as you may have noticed at the beginning of this segment at least, I caught a Caterpie. Yeah, a skeleton had spawned and it was wearing Caterpie's head, and I killed the skeleton and it actually dropped it. And then soon after, I encountered another skeleton that was wearing a top quality player head that resembles a Pokemon, and in this case it was a Squirtle. I think I already caught a few Squirtle by this time, so this isn't my first, and that's okay at least, but that just means I have another top quality player head to place on an armor stand and then customize it for decorative purposes. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, then be sure to give it a like, so that way it lets me know that you enjoy this content and you would like to see more of it. And if you are new to the channel, then consider subscribing to your new home for entertainment. But do not forget to turn on notifications and make sure you have it set so you receive them for every single upload. That way you will not miss it when it goes live. My name is Vanillaraccoon. You have been awesome. I would like to wish you a happy day, and peace out.